right here. This is where we're going to start it. Tonight we have a huge lineup of Diablo 2 news. It may not be huge to a lot of people out there because it is a dated game, but nevertheless, it's a game that just won't die like Kairos and Rosh. It just won't go away, baby. And that's awesome. Diablo 2 ladder reset is on May 26th. Coming up very soon, little over a month away. All characters, of course, that are on ladder will switch over to non-ladder. Of course, as always, the ladder will be down, or the actual BattleNet will be down for approximately 6 hours, as usual. I want to copy this. Hang on a sec. I'm going to put this on Facebook in case any of my Facebook fans are over there. Want to come over and watch me. Because some people watch me in one place, some people watch me on another. Alright. Let's get back over here to this. I'll leave that up in case somebody wants me. I'll put that over there with that. Get this over here. And let's get back to the news. Alright. So, Diablo 2 ladder reset. You know, the servers will be down for approximately 6 hours as usual. And from what I've read, not only here, but the other posts that they had on the ladder reset, it will begin approximately 5 p.m. on May 26th. All right, so get yourselves ready. I always like to catch a ladder reset just simply because I know people that play it, and I know people that are not greedy, and I know people that help each other get to level 90, and that's always the fun part to do it, to see how you can go from level 1 nothing with no gear and get yourself to level 90. That's always been the break point for me, is level 90, because that's whenever you actually should have the gear to get you started for MF runs, to get your runes, to get your rune words, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. So get ready for it. Diablo 2 ladder reset, May 26th. Mark it on your calendars. Request your days off. And let's all be ready. What day is that anyway? I think, let's look and see what day that is. That is on a Thursday, believe it or not. That's an odd day for a ladder reset. Usually it's on Tuesdays. Alright, moving on. In other Diablo 2 news, we're going to have a look at a couple of things. I'm not actually going to play this YouTube video because I don't want it to be any type of copyright through Blizzard or EGOD or the powers that be. However, you can look this up, and that's why I brought it up on this page, so that you can look it up for yourself. It's by EGOD Bout 2. Alright, right here. And what this man is working on is a Diablo 2 mod using the StarCraft 2 engine to make a game, custom map basically, called The Curse of Tristram, Destruction's End. The alpha begins in July as a tentative date. If anybody would like to be interested, or if you are interested in becoming a patron, here's the website right here. And as usual, I will be posting all of these links on the video on demand and on YouTube, where applicable, where to let me do it. And here's EGOD123 is creating arcade games, and his biggest game right now is Destruction's End. The Curse of Tristram, Destruction's End. This is the website right here. If you want to become a patron, he's looking to make $400 a month for this. Blizzard have so far given their graces on this. And let's see. You can pledge $5 a month. All right. You can pledge $10, $20, $100, $200. And what does this do? Actually, let's go to the highest one and have a look at this. If you want to back this guy on his project, which I'm actually going to back him probably with the $10 one, because, you know, I'm po. I can't make it rain no more, but we're going to help him out with a little something. But let's see what the highest tier gets a person. Pledge $200 or more per month. The satisfaction of helping the Curse of Tristram development become a reality. Your name will be credited. So I'm assuming in the credits, it'll say backers, blah, 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 craftchest, and everybody else. Mr. Rogers, Talk, everybody in the chat that's going to be backing him. You will also be able to participate to my alpha testing sessions with me. So we'll actually be able to, if you're able to lay down that kind of money, you're going to play with the creator or the modder. I shouldn't say creator. The creator is David Brevik, which without David Brevik, first of all, before I go any further, thank you very much for creating such an iconic and legendary game that is Diablo. All right, next. Your name will be used for creation of a special class set. Oh, nice. Exclusive access to patron-only post. Extra train shots, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, where do you actually get to participate in the alpha? At what point? $20. All right. So, that's how to help you, Tristram. Your name will be credited. Exclusive access to patron-only posts, screenshots, etc. All right, so let's go down to the one where you're actually able to play the alpha, because I didn't read this pages. I knew it was here. I skimmed over it. So for $20 a month, like starting now, I'm assuming, because the alpha is not actually going to start until July. For $20 a month, I'm assuming up until this is a finished project, you will be able to actually participate in alpha testing with the modder, which is EGOD, for the project of the Curse of Tristram. Destruction's End. So just take that in if anybody is wanting to get on board with that. Once again, here's the link, and I believe it's awesome. Here, this video is actually pretty impressive. There's a lot of people from his channel. Well, let's have a look at his channel right quick. Right over here in his videos, there was a lot of people looking at this first alpha. Okay, this one here that I just showed you is the most recent. And like I said, I'm going to be posting it down in the description of the YouTube video and the video on demand. But more than likely, everybody's going to skim over to YouTube to watch this. The one that says The Curse of Tristram, Destruction's End Alpha Extra is the one that you're actually going to want to watch, okay? Because this one that just says trailer number 1, it is actually using the graphic, like, I don't know, the mechanics of StarCraft 2 itself. So it's really wobbly. The characters are oversized. In this trailer, where's it at? This trailer right here, if we can just move up a little bit. I don't want to play it, but let's just find where you can actually see a character. Alright. If we'll zoom in, we'll go up here to this. You can see the character. Matter of fact, I'll mute it and play a little bit. As you can see, it's very fluid. Here's some animation of the skills. It looks good. It almost looks as good. It's almost like a hybrid of Diablo 3 and StarCraft 2 animations and graphics. As you can see, the characters are well balanced as far as their structure. There's the boson right there. And their movements are good. Everything looks good so far. So anyway, I'm going to stop that there. So if you want to back EGOD on his project, here's the link right here. And that just sounds too loud still. I have to turn that down some more. It's loud to me. I know it's blaring. Alright, moving on. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay, yeah. Also, too, here, I'm going to actually post a link. A lot of people don't know this is here. If you have StarCraft 2, you probably do know. But all you need is StarCraft 2 Starter to participate in with the arcade. Battle.net Arcade, this is where people actually create the mods for StarCraft 2 using the custom map and the engine. They actually run contests. They had like a $25,000 contest where the first place person got $10,000, and it was all player-based voting, so it's very fair. And they have a panel. So Blizzard's panel judges actually make the final say-so. But the player base actually votes on who they think are best. And then it breaks down from there, and I'm sure there's different rules and regulations, what have you. But anyway, here is US Battle.net Arcade. For anybody that's interested, I'll put the link down there for that. And this is where eventually we will find that Diablo 2 mod. Alright. Now, moving on to Diablo 3 news. The new ladder is sooner than Diablo 2's. If you do or do not know, the ladder just ended recently in the past few weeks for Diablo 3. And this right here is Season 6. All right. And the journey for Season 6 will begin April something. 26th, I believe it is. Where did I see that? Why am I not seeing this? Yeah, April 29th, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. So be sure and mark that on your calendars. Diablo 3 fans can actually get a jump on it and have a couple of weeks to actually max out your character, get your gear and everything else going on for Diablo 3. And that will be on April the 29th. That's on a Friday. So, I don't know, man. Being that it's in the evening time, I'm going to actually try to request that to be an early day. I forgot to do that today. I meant to put all these dates in at my work, so I'm going to have to write a note in my phone and have it do an alarm tomorrow so I can do that. And you should too, because whether you like it or love it or hate it or, you know, whatever, if you have the game, you might as well play it. Diablo 3 ladder being reset on April the 29th. Ladder will begin at 5 p.m. their time, 7 o'clock. So as long as you're home by 7 o'clock Central, you'll be good to go. All right. Let's see, what else we have? Okay, now for Diablo 3, they are adding, let me get back over here. They're adding some sets to the rewards, which is class specific. Here we go. And for the different ones, as everybody knows, they had those set pieces that you could gather doing certain achievements in the game. Well, this time, the Barbarian's getting the Legacy of Raykor. The Crusader is the Armor of Akenhan. I don't know how to pronounce these names. I'm just muddling through this part. The Demon Hunter gets the Embodiment of the Marauder. The Monk gets Ina's Mantra. The Witch Doctor gets Zuma Haunt. And the Wizard gets Del Ceres Magnum Orb, or Opus. Opus, that's a mouthful. But anyway, there's the set pieces that you will be getting for the quest rewards and different content, and it's way long there. And this is just a preliminary. This is a first look at the new season for Diablo 3. But the date is set in stone, so April 29th, 5 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it. And I think that's it on the Diablo side. Now, let's move on to some MMOs. And with that said, we're going to actually turn that music off, because now it's time to show you one of my favorite games, which is Tera. And I don't care what anybody says. All right, and we will review over everything that we've gone over with Diablo. If anybody has any questions, just hold it till we're done, and we'll have a Q&A session at the very end of it after I get to a stopping point for me doing the highlight on this video. All right, so on Tera news, and we're also going to cover some Black Desert news for everybody out there. Plus, I have some tools for everybody that we're going to be covering in a separate highlight here in just a moment. But in Tera, the Ninja class is coming out in May. You also have new dungeons coming out in 3 days on April 26th. And we also have flying mounts, everybody, on May 3rd. I cannot wait to look at those. If they've already posted those, which I don't know, let me back up, because sometimes they'll post things and I just scan over it and don't mean to. They haven't done it. So I guess it is an actual reveal on those days for those flying mounts, and I'm really interested to see how they're going to do this, because we know the mechanics are there, just quite simply because the animation that they have for both the dragons and the Pegasus through the game can just be rendered down and actually have that for a hovering mount. I'm sure you're not going to be able to fly over mountains or over the rivers and through the woods to grandmother's house, but it is nevertheless going to be a flying mount. And that's something you really don't see in a game of this magnitude. Plus, if you did not know, they do have the expansion coming, which is Secrets and Shadows. As you know, this guy right here, last we saw this guy, he got away. And the first time I beat him was on my Reaper. And that was a mighty fight. See, I was partied up with somebody for that whole upper continent. I just got lucky one day, and they were like, hey, you want to party? And I looked at their guild tag. I was like, hell yeah, I want to party, because I knew it was a good guild. And so we partied up and went all the way through. And it was like, you ready? And so we went into the boss chamber. Neither one of us knew that it was a solo boss fight. That's something that was unique to me, because throughout the game, usually Tera wants you to be in a party to do a dungeon. Well, this right here was a solo boss fight, mano-y-mano, and then you had your NPCs to come in and do the final cutscenes and what have you. And this clown right here, where's he at? Up there, got away. He had some type of spinny orbital thing and teleported away. And so that was the end of it. It's like, okay, that was kind of whatever. But then it sparked off, well, yeah, that's going to add more. And there are more undiscovered places to go. So it makes sense. So Secrets and Shadows coming in May. And the date is still tentative. The Ninja class is coming May 10th. That right there I can't wait for, because that just sounds amazing. And if you have not seen the Ninja class, the video is not... Oh, there it is right there. We'll have a look at the video on the Ninja class right now. And it kind of makes you feel like Naruto for some reason. It does me anyway. There it is. That part right there just made me it screamed out Naruto for some reason. I have no clue why. I don't even watch that anime, but I have in the past. But there you go. There's some Tera news for you. And finally, we're going to talk about some Black Desert. All right. Black Desert is probably this year's moneymaker for MMOs. All right. Just quite simply because 400,000 of them were sold. What I want to show you is this right here, and this is put together by a group called Legacy Gaming. Okay, they do have a Reddit post that you can go to if you want to add yourself as a Black Desert helper. If you have different tools that you want to contribute to the community, or if you are a streamer that plays Black Desert and you want to request to be put on a list. Let's see, down here. Yeah, here it is. The purple part right down here. As you can see, line 180 through 188. There are some, or actually, no. Is that Twitch? 183 through 187. Anyway, down here, you get the idea. These guys right here are Twitch streamers that supposedly have a lot of knowledge. I have watched a couple of them, and they're good streamers. One of them that I've watched, he wants to help beginners and wants to help people that want to learn more about the game, but he needs to pay attention to his chat, because there's like 5-minute lulls. And I think I'm bad whenever I miss something for like a minute. It's like, oh my God, I didn't even know you were there. I'm sorry, Mr. Rogers. I didn't mean to ignore you. But, you know, this guy right here needs to actually get a second monitor or something. I don't know what he's got going on. I think he's like got the chat on his phone or something. But these streamers right here, they're all friendly. They're all nice. I've been to all of them's channel. They are interactive with the community. And this right here is what they call the Little Black Book, the Black Desert Online Black Book. Once again, I will be posting all these links. I'm not going to go through all of the tools in this particular segment. But for anybody that's interested in playing Black Desert from a beginner's point of view, this right here will help you out tremendously. These people have gone through a pretty good ordeal to get this put together. And I don't know. Let's see if Black Desert Foundry was down last time I tried to go to it. And I don't know the reason why. I don't know if it was some type of conflict with Black Desert or not. I don't even see Foundry on here. Let's Google that right quick and see. Black Desert Foundry. I can't type. Foundry. There we go. BD Foundry. Because last time it was down when I tried to go. Oh, it's back up. Okay, so it is there. So that's going to be useful on this list as well. And this right here gives you a lot of information as well. Either one of them. And a lot of this information on the Black Book comes from that website. Okay. So you can either go to blackdesertfoundry.com or the big old long link that's a Google spreadsheet, Google Docs for Black Desert. And I think that's about it, because I'm not going to make this a long, drawn-out news story, because that's it. I mean, plain and simple. Rewind if you missed something. If anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask about any of the news content that we've gone over tonight, be sure and let me know right now. Otherwise, we about to get on over to the other PC and do the first live stream test. What is this? Actually important work showing someone berserk for... Oh, indeed. Indeed. Let's see. All right. We were supposed to have GunToad on tonight, but he is showing someone berserk for the first time, and I'm sure that right there is a very, very interesting journey and mindfuck at the same time. Because if you never watch berserk and you get to the you watch the first episode, which is actually the last episode, and the last episode, which is actually the first episode, yeah, it's rather interesting. So there you go. Anybody have any questions, any concerns? If not, we're going to end the newsletter right here for you. Newsletter, news stream, whatever you want to call it. Is anybody even out there anymore? I got 200 people in here. Nobody's saying a word. Everybody fell asleep. All right. Well, that's it. Remember, everybody, whether you play Diablo 2, Diablo 3, or any of the other games that we mentioned, Tera, Black Desert, Blade and Soul, no matter what it is, remember, it is a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. Be safe. And we'll see you later. And I'm going to switch over, actually, right here, right now. I'm going to mute the mic for just a few seconds so I can get the highlight. Plenty of time and plenty of space. Be right back.